What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH. So now we're getting to the nitty gritty of things with Elizabeth and her parents. She wanted to know about Rico Finn. Like, what's the connection between Jeff and her, the Webbers, basically, and Finn's wife? Um, Jeff sitting there talking about, oh, can we talk in private? Bitch, no. You don't. Listen, I am getting so sick of Elizabeth's parents. Like, y'all making all these commands, demands, whatever. Oh, can we speak in private? Oh, let's not talk about this. Oh, no, 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 no. Y'all monkey asses were gone for well over 20 years, bitch. We gonna talk. Whether you like it or not. You gonna explain some shit. You're not gonna, this ain't Burger King. You ain't getting it your way. Okay? That's not how we doing this. Y'all gonna get that girl some answers. Pronto. Um, so Elizabeth wanted to know. So Jeff pretty much admitted that him and Rico had an affair back in the day. Listen, why am I not surprised that Jeff had yet another affair? Like, this man done had so many affairs and outside children. Why is Carolyn still married to him? And Carolyn knew about the affair that he had with Rico. Like, do this man not know how to keep his dick in his pants? Like, is it that hard for you to do? Excuse my word, because at the end of the day, we don't need nothing on Jeff to be hard, because we know what happens when he gets hard. He goes outside the marriage. Like, sir, you're producing children outside. You already got kids by other women. Now you over here, screwing another one. Like, keep your manhood in your pants and only pull it out for your wife. How hard is that? Talking about he was lonely. That's your weak ass excuse? You were lonely? You can't come up with a better excuse than that? And Carolyn sitting there, oh, I knew about it. Carolyn, both of them ain't shit. Let's just put it that way. So Elizabeth pretty much told him, like, okay, so why am I having these visions of me telling her to stay away from you, and who pushed her down the stairs? And Carolyn sitting there talking about something, oh, we don't need to talk about the past or bring up the past. Mrs. Weber, I'm gonna need you to be quiet, because again, this ain't Burger King. You're not gonna get it your way. We're gonna bring up the past, because if y'all don't talk about the past, we can't move forward. So we're gonna talk about the past, whether you like it or not, sweetie. You might want to pipe down. So Jeff was gonna take full responsibility. He was like, oh, I'm the one that pushed her down the stairs. Carolyn was like, no, no, no. It's time that Elizabeth know the full damn story. She need to know the truth. So Jeff was like, all right, fine. So he admitted that Elizabeth was the one that pushed her down the stairs. My thing is, Jeff better not be lying. Like, did Liz really push her down them steps? Because, sir, you better not be lying. I will kick your front teeth out. I will kick the dentures out your mouth. You better not be lying. I wonder what's going to happen. Like, when Finn find out. You know what I'm pissed about, though, is that they're reconning this whole story, because when Finn first came on the show, he clearly said his wife died of a disease. Now you telling me that Elizabeth or her daddy pushed her down the stairs? And I say or her daddy because we don't know if Jeff is telling the truth. I wouldn't trust deadbeat parents, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden y'all want to be honest? Where the fuck was this honesty 20 years ago? I'm just saying. Where was it? So Elizabeth gonna need more proof than this before she start believing they little deadbeat asses. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that. It was so good to see my boo Laura. Like, she came in clutch. I do remember that episode where Anna was on the phone. Like, I think it was before she went to the pier to go see Lucy or try to find Lucy. She was like, oh, Valentine need help. So it was Laura that she called. I said, okay. And Laura came in clutch for him. She saved his ass. Until this other big dude came up in there questioning who she was and stuff. And then, thanks to, Kevin and everybody else, Kevin and Laura, Valentine got the drop on this big dude again, knocked his big ass out, and Laura and Kevin, Laura and Kevin got the hell up out of there to go find Charlotte and get her out of there, because they want to go through the back, because, you never know how many men Victor got. So I was super happy, you know what I mean, that they came to the rescue, because Valentine was going to need it. He brought them up to speed on what's going on with Anna and stuff like that, how she locked up. It was so good to see Kevin and Laura, especially working together. I loved it. It reminded me of the old days, you know, when people used to go out of the country to save somebody. It was beautiful. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Caroline Spencer, formerly Corinthos, is back in effect. They were having some Halloween event or whatever at the Metro Court fundraiser, whatever the hell that was. Um, Carly came back with a vengeance. You know, she was happy to see, you know, Avery and Donna, of course, but she wasn't happy to hear about sleepovers and movie nights and shit that they were having with Nina and stuff like that. She wasn't happy about it. They sitting there, Avery calling her Auntie Nina and stuff. I'm like, little Avery, if you found out how you were born, you would not want to be calling that woman Auntie. I'm just saying. Like, this woman literally pulled you out your mama coochie. But we gonna save that for when she get older. We ain't gonna tell that child that now because she too young to know all that. But and it's despicable to me. I'm like, why the writers got her calling this woman Auntie? Like, she literally snatched you out your mama womb. No. Um. So of course Carly went the fuck off on Sonny because she was pissed because she felt like he was disrespecting her boundaries. But Sonny had to correct her. He was like, listen, I did not have Nina spend the night with me when Donna was spending the night. That did not happen. But he said that's about to change because me and Nina are official. We a couple. And he just felt like the boundaries that Carly is setting, he's not gonna abide by anymore. Listen, I get where Sonny's coming from. I totally do. I get it because he was like, listen, if Carly was dating somebody, he wouldn't put boundaries on her about, you know, who Donna spend time with, you know, if she was dating somebody new. Even though I feel like Sonny full of shit because I seen how he was when Michael and Morgan were younger and she was with Jack, so I remember that. He wasn't keen on that. But I totally get where Carly coming from. I'm totally on Carly's side on this one because if I was Carly, I wouldn't want Nina nowhere near my child either. I'm just saying. I have to agree with her on that. Why would you want her nutty ass around your kids? Like, I'm just saying. She's a nut. But the problem with that is Sonny and Carly share custody of Donna. So that's an issue. It's like if she doesn't want a certain person around her daughter, then she would have to go back to court and modify his custody. You know, try to get him some visitation and ban Nina from, you know, being around their child. She would have to modify the whole thing. And I just think Carly don't want to go through no court system right about now. So she was like, fine. I respect your little relationship with Nina. That's what you want to do. Fine. I respect it. She didn't have no choice in this moment. You know, like I said, if she wanted Nina to stay away, she would have to go back to court and fight it, pretty much. Nina was all giddy when Sonny pretty much told her that, you know, he put Carly in her place where their daughter was concerned. And she was all happy about it and stuff. I'm like, Nina, go sit your batshit crazy ass down. You know, and Sonny also offered Carly some, you know, protection from the hook killer. And Carly was like, no, I'm good. I don't need your protection. I respect Carly for turning him down. I know some people might say Carly crazy for doing it, but I respect it because Carly, she's on a new playing field right now. She's not trying to depend on Sonny for shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if he offered that before, she would have took it. You know what I'm saying? But now that she done came back from Florida, a new person, you know, a whole new name and stuff like that, whole new surname. She's no longer Corinthos. She feels like Sonny is no longer her responsibility and she's no longer his. You know, she don't want nothing to do with him other than Donna. That's pretty much it. Other than the minor child they have together, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's where she draws the line, pretty much. And I can't say I blame her. I respect it. So her and Sam got to talking and whatnot. And Sam, little petty little self, I'm like, she trying to act like they besties and shit. I'm like, since when are y'all besties? You know, asking her about Florida and stuff. And Sam didn't give a damn about Florida. Let's just be clear. Sam was trying to grill her ass about Drew. That's pretty much all that conversation was about. Because she was like, oh, Drew was in Florida. Why didn't you mention it to me? If something was going on, you could tell me. I'm like, Sam, that's really all you care about. Because Sam still got feelings for Drew. It's been obvious. Every time she's around Drew and Drew walks away after their conversation, she would stare at him. She would stare at him and Carly together. She still got feelings. She really do. And I'm like, Sam, move on. move on, because I really don't want to see Sam with Drew. I feel like that ship has sailed. For me, it sailed, and that's just my opinion. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Drew is stupid as shit. I'm just gonna say Drew is not the wisest businessman. Like, he came to see Alexis with Scout and stuff, trying to act like he there, so Scout could show off her costume and whatnot. And Alexis was smarter than that. Alexis knew that's not why he came there. She knew that's not the real reason. So Alexis pretty much was like, what the hell do you really want? So he wanted to talk to her, get her legal opinion, her legal advice or whatever. She was like, well, you could tell me what's going on, but it's not covered under attorney-client privilege since I'm no longer a practicing attorney. So she basically told him he would have to talk in hypotheticals. So he told her about the whole situation with the merger and all that type of stuff hypothetically. And she said the same thing everybody been saying. Hell yes, that's insider trading, because it is. It's insider trading. That's exactly what it is. Carly bought up Aurora Media stock because she knew, before it even became public, she knew that ELQ was trying to merge with Aurora. She knew that. That's insider trading because nobody else knew that. And you found out through personal connection. You found out. That's the only reason you bought it up. So it's insider trading, you dipshit. I'm like, why did he have to go to Alexis to find that out? Did he think Ned was lying to him when he told him that? Like, if he really thought Ned was lying to him when he said that, or he was bluffing, then Drew is a bigger dummy than I thought. I'm like, sir, you clearly don't know how business works. That's insider fucking trading, you idiot. Y'all can go to prison. Him and Carly can, be doing some years up in Sing Sing. I'm just saying. So Alexis pretty much told him, like, if the SEC could link y'all together, like if y'all romantic, like if you and another person are romantically together, then they could prove that there was some type of conspiracy or whatever. They could lock you up for that. So I'm getting the feeling that him and Carly might not be an official couple because of this whole SEC insider trading thing. Just to keep the SEC off their ass, they might have to hide their relationship, basically. Hopefully I hope that's not the turnout, but I feel like based off his conversation with Alexis, that's the direction he might be going in with Carly, just to protect them from going to prison. So Alexis ended up getting this letter or whatever, and I'm guessing this letter got something to do with the Hook Killer. So anyway, moving on from that, Anna's still sitting up in jail and whatnot. Finn came to visit her. Finn sitting there talking about, oh, if there's anything I can do. No, there's nothing you can do, Mr. Finn. You're a doctor. How can you help her in this situation? Unless you know a bomb-ass attorney that can get her off or something, or a judge, there's really not much you can do, sir. And you know what pissed me off? Everybody and their mama know about Anna being locked up except for Robin. I'm like, there was no mention of anybody saying, oh, let me call Robin and tell her what's going on. Is she invisible? Like, that's your only child. That's your only child together. Is she invisible? Like, nobody bothered to call her and let her know that her mama is being framed, that she up in the jailhouse singing Jailhouse Rock. I'm just saying. Is Robin not, like, is she, an invisible character now? Like, we're not gonna play Robin like that. So they was talking about the whole Elizabeth shit or whatever. I ain't really care for that. But I was so disappointed. I'm like, what is going on? I knew something was going on with Holly. I knew it because she was too eager to get information out of Robert. Because she was asking him all types of questions about, oh, are you going to plan on breaking in or out? Like, she wanted to know all his moves, like what his next moves were going to be. And she was too eager to know. And I'm like, yeah, she up to something. Like, she trying to gouge information from him. So, Robert was thinking about going above the judge's head and finding another judge that was willing to grant bail. But Holly was like, nah, if you do that, you're going to be fucking up your career. And if you fuck up your career, you can't help Anna because she's going to need you in the DA's office, which is true. So, they went to the festival and whatnot. And Sonny came up with Nina and her little giggly self. And they were, talking about memory loss because Holly talking about, oh, I can't remember the last couple of years and whatnot. Sonny was like, oh, I know what you mean. So Sonny and Robert was talking. And Sonny, of course, with his little idle threats about Victor, oh, I promise Victor gonna pay. Sonny, I'm tired of hearing about your little threats. Like, you done threatened Victor. You done made threats against him. When is your little ass gonna do something? Because all of this right here, you sound like a person that got a whole lot of bark and no bite. Like I'm ready to see you be Old Yeller at this point. Start biting a motherfucker because all this right here, that ain't nothing but jibber jabber. That ain't nothing but talk. Like when you gonna start biting some asses? Stop with all the barking, all the root 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 root. Stop with all that foolishness and start biting. Shit, I'm tired of this. All these threats. They becoming idle at this point. Sonny's a bad man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. In his heyday, Sonny could whoop some ass. But I feel like, hey, since that Nixon Fall shit, he done came back a little soft. I don't know if he ready for the likes of Victor. I don't think he can handle Victor. So he might want to back off and let Robert handle this one. Because, Robert was like, at the end of the day, he don't want Anna to be on the run from the WSB or nobody. He don't want nobody trying to track her down or hunt her down. So he got to figure out another way to help her. Which is true. He do. So Holly was over there on the phone, yelling at somebody on the phone saying that she's, staying close to Robert and stuff like that. I wonder if she's being blackmailed into helping whoever was on that phone. I wonder. Like, either she's being mind fucked, like mind controlled, or she's being blackmailed into helping, because I don't see Holly turning on Robert. Not willingly. I don't see her doing that. I definitely feel like somebody could be pulling the strings, trying to force her hand on this one. I hope so. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.